What's up, everybody? Mr. Frags here from ArmageddonGaming.com, and this is the Alan Wake Collectibles. This is for pretty much all of Episode 2.
Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen.
You'll find the first bit of history there against that big skeleton in the very first part of the level, and then you'll find this coffee thermos right around the corner. And then a little later on, you'll be going through this house that you're in with Barry, and there'll be a coffee thermos right there. But if you continue to walk around and go outside and go around back, you will find yet another collectible. There's one collectible you can only get on Nightmare in this video, in this level basically, and that's the second to last one. So you don't gotta worry about that up until that point. But when you come down the stairs from the cabin, you'll see this truck right here, and just grab that manuscript page. A little while right after that truck, you'll be going down the beaten path, and you'll come up to the first log cabin. If you head inside this log cabin, you'll find your first radio of the level.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own.
And then as you're moving down the path again, you'll see this trailer right here and another log cabin. Going up on the log cabin, you gotta kick the door in, and inside will be another TV for you. And you can watch an episode of Night Springs. And then not long after that cabin, you'll see that car with one manuscript page. Instead, head to the right over here. And up here on this little lookout, you'll find another manuscript page. And then head back, and we're gonna grab the one we just saw in the car, which is actually the right way to go. So just grab it in the car and you'll be able to move on. And that page, if you've been following this guide, should get you the Paging Mr. Wake achievement. It might be the next one that gets it for you, because I accidentally picked one up, I think, before. But anyway, you'll be moving into this town. The first little cabin on your left, you'll find a coffee thermos. And then up here, you'll find this manuscript page. And this one should get you the Paging Mr. Wake achievement. I forgot that last time I accidentally picked one up in my first playthrough. And then you can go around back here, and you'll find a coffee thermos. And then, assuming you already have the keys from Rusty and you have to get the lights on, as you can see, you can head inside this sheriff's office right here, or whatever this is. I don't think it's a sheriff's office. And there'll be a manuscript page lying right on the floor there.
At the last instant, I changed.
And then a little later on, you'll be running up here. I'm pretty sure this is actually after you kill Rusty, so you'll have a little bit of time before your next collectible. And then it'll say Lover's Peak to the right. Instead, head to the left and go all the way down in this cave here. And inside this cave, there will be a piece of history, and there will be a chest full of goodies for us. So here's the piece of history, Moonshine Cave. And then to the right over here, you'll see the Nightmare symbol. It's indicating that you will be able to pick up a chest. And here there's also a shotgun, which will come in handy in a little while. And this should get you the Finders Keepers achievement for finding 5 of the hidden chests. I'm pretty sure we get, yeah, we actually do get the good, or damn that's good coffee or something like that. Or damn good coffee, that's what it's called. Achievement in this video as well for collecting so many coffee thermoses. But another case where you gotta head to the left instead head to the right, and you'll find this manuscript page sitting right on the ground near those 2 picnic tables. And just for reference, if you can't tell, I've been showing you which ones you've picked up. And then you'll find this great old tree. It's a big tree with a hole in it. Very hard to miss, because there's a guy that's actually going to come right out of the middle of the tree. A little later on, you'll find the generator. Hook a hard right, and you'll find this coffee thermos. And then go all the way back, and you'll find a manuscript page laying right in the middle of the ground. This is also another almost impossible to miss one, because you actually have to go this way. A lot of these collectibles are actually right in the middle of the path. And then right after that part, you'll fight a couple of guys. And then you'll want to come straight. It wants you to go left over that fence, but instead go straight down here. You'll find a piece of history and a thermos near this big swinging piece of wood. So you can pick up your thermos and learn a little bit of history about Bright Falls. As you can hear, there's a couple of guys coming up on me, so I'm getting the hell out of there. And then right after you hop over the fence, you'll be faced against this rock. So just run up to it and pick up the next page. And then a little later on, you'll be following the kidnapper. He wants you to go onto the Lover's Peak. Instead, go to the right of it, and you'll find a coffee thermos. So it should get you damn good cup of coffee achievement. That's what it's called. Quarter of the way there for coffee thermoses. Then a little later on, right after you fall down after that encounter with the kidnapper, turn around instead of going straight, and if you go down the cliff a little bit, you'll find this hidden chest. And then if you go all the way back in some fast motion, like so it doesn't bore you, going along the right way of the path, you'll find this manuscript page. A little after that, you'll be moving through the bear trap forest, and you'll find a can pyramid, and you'll find a few goodies here, and you'll find a manuscript page on the other side of this log here. Be careful not to fall down. Like I said, this will be right after you encounter bear traps. And then you'll come up to this generator you can start here, and there's going to be 2 houses, and there's a collectible in each house, or a little shack I should say. Inside one shack is a coffee thermos, and inside another one is a manuscript page and a hunting rifle. So I suggest picking up the hunting rifle. And then a little while, you'll come up against this plane. This plane's a little off the path, so you may have to look for it a little bit. It should be incredibly easy to find because it's a big crashed plane. But just run up the debris, and you'll find a hidden chest. And then a little bit past the plane, you'll find that generator. Once you start the generator, run all the way to the left, hugging this cliff, and you'll find a coffee thermos on the very edge of the cliff over here, within sight of the mill that we're going to be going into. Alright, for this part, I lost my recording altogether, so I'm just throwing this in there. At one point, you're going to go inside the mill. It was right after the last collectible you just looked at. Inside the mill, there's going to be 2 manuscripts. One's going to be on the 2nd floor. One's going to be after you kick off the giant weight, and then the thermos will be almost before you leave. And coming up to the mill, you'll be, this is right after you fight a big guy. I think he might be the chainsaw guy. It wants you to jump inside that cabin, but you can easily get it from the outside of the cabin. Then you'll come across this trailer park. While you're running inside the trailer park, you'll see a car to the right. It wants you to go find the garage keys inside these bathrooms over here. And we're going to do that, but we're also going to grab 3 collectibles while we're at it. The first one is right near this trash can. It's a manuscript page. Oh, maybe only 2 collectibles, sorry. Then you'll find some garage keys.
A story is not
and this TV. And then you'll be driving right after you get the truck. Make a turn right out the gate and come down the opposite way of the street, and you'll find a coffee thermos waiting right here for you. And then another time you're driving, you'll find that the road is blocked off by a crashed truck. If you go to the right a little bit, you'll find this little shack right here, and inside it you'll find another collectible, along with some enemies waiting around for you. Awesome. And then a little after that, you're gonna get out of your truck and you're gonna be in the safe light. There's gonna be a can pyramid right here, but my recording froze, so I couldn't use it. And then for the last time, you'll be driving another truck, and you'll come across this crashed log truck again, forcing you to get out of your truck. So go up through the tunnel over here, and you'll find another manuscript page. You're almost done this level, actually. And then after you get that manuscript page, you're going to want to head out of here and head to the right. And if you run along this little wooden fence here but don't go through it, you'll find a coffee thermos. And then you'll find a nightmare difficulty only manuscript page on your way back up to the cabin right in the middle of the road. Almost impossible to miss on nightmare difficulty. And then when you're back up at the cabin, if you go behind the cabin like you'll see in a minute, you will see this well. And if you follow the arrow on the well to the right, you'll find a nightmare chest. So check back at ArmageddonGaming.com for a full nightmare difficulty walkthrough of Alan Wake and any other coverage you might need of the game.